Welcome to this video of the Facebook Messenger Marketing Masterclass. What we want to do here in this video is we want to define a buyer persona. Now, first of all, what exactly is a buyer persona and why do we need one? Well, before we start marketing, we need to have an offer. We need to sell something. And in order to do so, we first of all need to define who our customers are. So what exactly is a buyer persona? A buyer persona is a representation of your ideal, not average, ideal customer based on market research and real data about your existing customers. So down below I have a couple of factors written down, and what we want to do right now is we want to have a look at them, and then later on we'll go over an example where we fill in all of these blanks. So when we try to create a buyer persona, so when we try to describe who our ideal customer is, we first of all have to answer the question, what are they trying to achieve? So what exactly is their goal? What do they want to do? Then afterwards, we need to, of course, have a look at the general data such as name, age, gender, address, occupation, and then the specific problem that we can help them with. So they have a certain problem and they want that problem to be solved, and it's our job to find the solution for their problem. So now let's have a look at the so-called USP, the unique selling proposition. Before we talk about the USP, let me first of all define what USP really is. So the unique selling proposition, USP or unique selling point, is a marketing concept first proposed as a theory to explain a pattern in successful advertising campaigns. So for instance, scientists had a look at successful advertising campaigns and they were like, all right, there's something different between normal advertising campaigns and these advertising campaigns that are so successful. It is nowadays a factor or consideration presented by a seller as the reason that one product or service is different from and better than that of the competition. So basically, something is different about your product, and it seems to be that the customers buy your product because it has something that the competition does not have. That is the so-called unique selling point, called USP. And in order to define our unique selling point, we first of all have to, of course, describe what our product or service is. Then afterwards, we have to talk about something that is unique about the product. Then afterwards, we want to give a proof, and then we want to have a look at the pricing strategy. So if this seems to be a little bit theoretical, let's go over an example together. So let's have a look at this example right here, which is for an online marketing agency. So first of all, let us create together our buyer persona. So again, a buyer persona is a representation of your ideal customer, not an average customer, an ideal customer, someone that you really want to target based on market research and real data about your existing customers. So if you want to figure out a buyer persona, of course, you shouldn't just think about it. You shouldn't just say, all right, this could be my ideal customer. You want to, for instance, have a look on Facebook, on pages such as, for instance, Yelp or something like that, in order to figure out who exactly is your customer. For instance, if you want to open a restaurant, I would check out all the restaurants close to me that are similar to mine. For instance, if I want to start a pizza restaurant, an Italian restaurant, I would check out all the other restaurants and I would check out what people said about them. And I would try to figure out, okay, who exactly is going to these restaurants? Now, first of all, what are they trying to achieve? What is this person trying to achieve? I'm now talking about the person James Jameson, and he's 28 years old, his gender is male, and he wants his company to begin doing online marketing. Now, his address is Example Street in New York in the United States. You don't necessarily need the address, but it's just helpful to know where this person is coming from. And then occupation, this person is a part-time entrepreneur, but a full-time dentist. So it seems like this person has a very specific problem, which is, first of all, he wants his business to succeed and secretly hopes to quit his job as a dentist and become a full-time entrepreneur. So we now have this person in our mind. This is our ideal customer for our online marketing agency and for our offer that we present with our online marketing agency. And our offer, we're going to talk about that right now. So let's talk about the USP, the unique selling proposition. So again, unique selling proposition is from from the side of the seller something that is unique about the product, something that is different from the products of the competition. Now let's first of all describe the product. So it's basically online marketing service, mainly Facebook ads for local businesses. And the unique selling point is the promise of doubling sales in the first week. That is something that most businesses will not do. And then also, this is the most important thing, you need to prove it. You need to prove based on past cases that you've done it. So for instance, our proof here again is past cases. We've done it before, we know how to do it. And the pricing strategy is first of all, consistent pricing. All the time we want to have consistent pricing, nevertheless, the absolute amount becomes larger as the marketing budget grows. So basically, for instance, in the beginning, we take a fee of 20% or something like that for doing marketing, so 20% of the profits, and we say, all right, this will go on. We will always take 20% of the profits, but of course, the marketing budget is going to grow over time. So now we are offering online marketing service, mainly Facebook ads for local businesses. Our unique selling point is the promise of doubling sales in the first week, and our proof is past cases. Our pricing strategy is quite simple. We are always going to keep it the same, consistent pricing, but the absolute amount becomes larger as the marketing budget grows. So that was it now here for this video. You can download this document at any given time in the left top corner. You can download, it will be on your desktop, and then you can work with this document. If there's anything you would still like to know, you can of course message me at any given time. This buyer persona is now important for us because in the next videos we're going to have a look right away at Facebook ads, how to create them, and how to target our ideal customer. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see each other in the next video.